Hi, I am Dr. Shamila Samaranayaka. I am working at the National Hospital of Sri Lanka. Since cough is a very common symptom of many respiratory diseases, I thought I'll discuss about cough today. So what is this cough? It is actually a protective mechanism. You know that we breathe a lot of chemicals and unnecessary items like foreign bodies, dust, pollen. So those things, when they get accumulated in our respiratory system and the lungs can get damaged. So the nerves around it send a signal to our brain. There is a place called the cough center. So this cough center gets the signal saying that there are unnecessary things which are accumulated in the respiratory system. We have to put that out. So then the cough happens. So with the cough, we bring out all the unnecessary foreign bodies and germs as well as the accumulated phlegm outside, which helps to clear the respiratory system. So that's how the cough becomes a protective mechanism to us. Although cough is helpful in that way, sometimes in many respiratory illnesses and infections, we can get cough in a very harmful way. So let's discuss what the reasons are for the cough. So there are a lot of respiratory viruses which infect our respiratory system. The common cold, which is caused by the rhinovirus, respiratory syncytial virus, and influenza viruses. When you get infected with these viruses, you can get cough as a symptom. Also, the allergies which you can get due to the pollen, the dust, and many foreign bodies can cause allergies and lead to cough. And especially when your immunity is low, you can get infected with various kinds of bacteria, which can lead to bronchitis or pneumonia, which is quite severe, and a person can get ill with these coughs. And in Sri Lanka, TB is a common bacterial illness, and you can get a prolonged cough which goes on for about more than 1 month, and with that you can get night sweats and fever at night, loss of appetite, loss of weight. If these kinds of symptoms are there, you have to suspect whether it can be TB or tuberculosis. And also when you inhale poisonous gases or various dust and foreign bodies, you naturally cough out and it becomes a symptom. And there are various respiratory illnesses like asthma or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, we call it COPD, where especially because of the cigarette smoking, these respiratory system can get damaged and it can lead to a chronic cough. And also when you smoke, the respiratory system and the lungs can get damaged, and which can result in a chronic prolonged cough. And there are various illnesses which doctors give medicines. But we prescribe for high blood pressure or hypertension, there is a certain medication which causes cough as a side effect. Usually this kind of cough is a dry cough. And also there is something called gastroesophageal reflux disease. When that happens, the acidic juices in the stomach flows up to your throat, and when the throat gets irritated, you can cough. Especially in infants, when they start coughing right after a feed, we can suspect whether this baby is having a gastroesophageal reflux disease, because the milk comes up to the throat, irritates the throat and leads to a cough. And also earlier also I spoke about various kinds of cough which is there. When a person gets heart failure, the lungs can get filled up with water, which is called pulmonary edema. This also can lead to a chronic cough. So these are the common reasons of a cough. And now let's discuss what are the how you can differentiate between the dry cough and the productive cough. Well, the dry cough is usually happens because of viral infections or allergies, and even a chronic smoking person can get a chronic dry cough. They will complain that their throat is always irritated, throat is dry, and when you examine the throat, it is usually red, and the cough is doesn't give a sound. It's always a dry cough and you don't bring out phlegm. But in productive cough, a person puts out phlegm, and when you are close by to that person, you will feel that this person has a phlegmy feeling, that you will hear it from outside also. And when the person brings out the phlegm, it can be white, yellow, greenish, or even mixed with blood, which will be reddish. So in a productive cough, sometimes there can be respiratory difficulties and wheezing also, especially when it's related to asthma or COPD, that is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. So these kinds of cough are quite severe. So we have to know, we can ignore mild to moderate cough and also do some home remedies. I will talk about home remedies later in my speech. But let's look at what are the red mark symptoms which you have to observe and seek medical advice soon. So if a person gets a prolonged cough more than 1 month, or if the cough is associated with lot of sputum which is yellow or red in color, if the cough is associated with fever, if the cough is associated with chest pain or breathing difficulties or wheezing, don't wait, just go to a doctor and tell your symptoms so that you can be investigated and get proper treatment. But if you have a mild to moderate cough which is not severe, you can do some home remedies and get a relief. So what are these home remedies which you can do? First, when there's cough, you should not take anything cool or ice because it can worsen your cough. But you can drink warm water always. That will be soothing to your throat as well. So if you have throat irritation or red throat pain, you call it a sore throat, we can gargle with warm salt water. And if your nose is blocked, you can do steam inhalation as well. Most of us know that vitamin C is a good germ fighting vitamin. So lime juice and orange juice, those are very high in vitamin C. So if you can take them regularly when you are having a cough or cold, you can get instant relief because of the vitamin C, high amounts of vitamin C in these juices. Also, when whatever the illness you have, if you consume a nutritious diet, you can get well very soon. So these are the home remedies which you can do. And sometimes people say that bathing will exacerbate your cough, but if it's a chronic cough, bathing is okay because you have to think about your cleanliness also, no? So bathing with warm water during a period of cough is fine according to my view. Unless there is fever, then you should not do head washing. So these are the things which I want to talk to you about. I think I gave you a lot of information about a cough, how you can identify a cough, what are the things, the alarming symptoms which you have to seek medical advice. So if you like my video, subscribe to my YouTube channel Serene Radiance and Mindfulness by Dr. Shamila. And if you want more videos like this from me, just press the notification button so that you will see more videos of mine. So until we meet again, thank you very much.